Hello, people of the internet. Welcome to Game Latte. I'm Cindy, and this is my third video this week. How amazing! I'm on a roll. I've been watching PsimanUk, excuse my pets in the background, and he had a video entitled 10 Games I Have Never Played, which was a response to Lawn Boy's post 1979 of this topic of the same name, and I wanted to do my own list as well and respond. So I have listed my 10 games that I've never played that are pretty common, and a lot of you will recognize these for sure and ask me why I have never played these. What are you on? But Seaman was saying that, you know, these are games that most people have played, but I think there's a lot of people who haven't played these games, or unless it's just me and Seaman, but I don't think so. So without further ado, here is my list of games. There's no particular order in this. I just went whatever came through my head first. So first one is Batman Arkham Asylum. It's supposed to be a fantastic game. I've heard so much about it. I have watched Blimey from Blimey Games play it. It looks so great, so atmospheric, a little creepy, but seems to be a really cool story. The combat looks really fun, really awesome, so I really want to play this. This is definitely on my list to buy eventually. It's really cheap right now too. The new one came out this year, or last year, 2011, and I've heard a lot of good things, but I've heard a few bad things. I guess it's not as good as Arkham Asylum, but I definitely want to play both anyway eventually, and I will get there. Next one is Bioshock. Yes, never played Bioshock. I actually own Bioshock 1 and 2 now because Steam had a Halloween sale last fall, and I actually had a lot of the games that they had except for the little indie ones. But I bought Bioshock and I got escapes me. But I had another cutesy kitty Halloween one they actually had on my PlayStation with it was trick-or-treating game with the candies and stuff. I actually did a video on it and I can't remember what the title is right now. But anyway, Bioshock is definitely something I want to try. Again, a lot of atmosphere. It is a first-person player game, and I used to be a snob and not want to play those games ever, the first-person player ones, because I grew up on third person and that's what I'm used to. So it was really off-putting for me to play games that are first person. But I think it's the same for people that are used to first person and not third person. They don't really like the third person stuff, so I can understand. But this one I'm going to make an exception and play anyway, just because the story is great. It's post-apocalyptic. It's very, you know, sort of sci-fi a little bit, maybe, I guess. Steampunkish, maybe, is the impression I get from the covers and the screenshot that I've seen anyway. So very much looking forward to that. I got 1 and 2, so looking forward to Bioshock Infinite. So maybe next Halloween I'll actually have time to play them. But so other than that, I've got Gears of War, particularly Gears of War 3, because it's the most recent, and I've heard so many great things about it. Everybody that's got it has really enjoyed it so far as I know. And a lot of fun. Shooters and multiplayer games are again something that I used to never really play, but because Mass Effect 3 is coming out and I'm definitely going to play the multiplayer in that, I think I'll be, after I get some experience in Mass Effect, I think I'll be ready for more multiplayer games. So Gears of War 3 is going to be probably the first one that I play after Mass Effect, so very much looking forward to it. I like that there are now female avatars that you can pick. I like to play as my gender if I can, so this is a definite bonus. Next is Battlefield. Similar thing. I think once I play Gears of War, I'll be ready for even more multiplayer. I usually don't like war games, but I've heard a lot of good things about this one. The sound is supposed to be amazing and just really sucks you into the gameplay, and it's supposed to have a lot of cool things happening. So I want to try that eventually. I'll probably wait for a price drop before, but yeah, again, heard a lot of good things about Battlefield, and it's a genre that I don't have any experience with. So you know, I'll get in there and get my butt kicked, but hopefully I'll have a great time. So after that, I've got Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, another game I've never really played. Heard so many great things about it. It's supposed to be a great story. I wasn't really a fan of the main character, I guess. I was kind of off-put by his story, but or the kind of attitude he has, I guess. But I don't know. I think I need to be a little bit more open-minded and at least just try it. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. So yeah, that's on my list too, and I really like story-driven games, and this one seems to be very interesting at the very least. And then in the same sort of vein, I've got L.A. Noire. I think it's by the same people that made Red Dead Redemption and Saints Row, and I really like Saints Row. So actually I have Saints Row 3 that I need to play as well, but that's not on my list because I have played Saints Row 2, so. But yeah, L.A. Noire, I know there's a lot of people frustrated with the dialogue system, with the whole interrogation thing, and but I've heard tips that I guess the neutral option is actually confrontation. So now that I know this, I think I'm gonna be okay. I guess there's a little really redundant mini games in this too, but that's okay. I think I need to experience it at least once. Sorry about my cat. uh, just to see what it's all about. I know I've seen a lot of people really enjoyed the story, so for that alone I should try. Also, the faces and the facial expressions look really cool. Okay, and then I've got Borderlands. So again, I love post-apocalyptic stuff. I love Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. So I think this is going to be a game I would really get into. Always like the stylized look of it. It's actually Borderlands, when it came out, was something that I really wanted to try, but I just never got around to. I just didn't have enough time. I played a lot of MMOs then, and so that occupied most of my free gaming time. I do have it actually. I picked it up a couple months ago in the I think it's a $20 bin or whatever at Walmart. So I've got it sitting on my shelf and it's just there. So one day I'll get to it soon. I know Borderlands 2 is supposed to be really, really great. A lot of improved things. So again, I need to get into that. So I'm ready for Borderlands 2. And if I'm not ready for it, it's not a big deal because then I can just play them back to back, which I actually really enjoy doing with these games. So. And then I've got Assassin's Creed. Never played any of them. I do have one. I actually have started one a little bit, but not enough for me to say that I've played this game. It's hard for me to get into. I love the atmosphere. I love the environments. The graphics are fantastic, and I really like the idea that the main character is going through repressed genetic memories or something like that. I know that genetic memories, I guess they're not repressed because they're just genetic, he wouldn't even know, but because of this technology, he's able to access that. So I find that really, really interesting and cool. But the actual gameplay itself, I'm not really into. I'm trying to though. I just don't think that the tutorial was really good. Actually, tutorials kind of sucked, so I'm having a tough time, but I'll just push forward and I'll get used to it. And then Assassin's Creed 2 is supposed to be a lot better, so I'm looking forward to that. Eventually I'll get there, and then I'm looking forward to the newer editions of the game. So, and then I've got Half-Life. Heard so many great things about the series Half-Life 1 and 2. My brother played them, or at least he played 2, and he could not say enough good things about it. Had so much fun, so many, I guess you can just do whatever in this game, or, you know, go out, and he says that there are things he didn't think he would be able to do that he could do in this game. I don't know what that means exactly, but I think I really need to check it out. The story again is supposed to be really interesting, so That's another Steam game I need to get eventually. It's an older game. The graphics are probably not that great, but for the story alone and for what the game has to offer, and to see how it's influenced later games, I should definitely check it out. Speaking of influencing later games, Metroid is a series I've never touched. I never thought about a whole lot until the main character, Seamus Aran, started to get really popular. And I've listened to a few gaming podcasts talk about this game, people who've played it when they were growing up, and say that it's actually influenced a lot of games later on, and it was such a challenging game, but it had a lot of really great payoffs. So if I can't play the original, I should at least check out some of the newer ones just to see, get a feel of what it was all about, and you know, just to say that I have actually played a Metroid game. So yeah, those are my 10 games that I've never played that I really need to get to eventually, that I would like to anyway. So let me know what are the games that you've never played that you wish you had that are pretty well known. So, and I will catch you next time, maybe next week. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week. See you. Bye.